Hello everybody, welcome back. This is the main event of Main Event. Take shot if you're doing the drinking game with that. But anyway, I got Buddy Murphy playing against Mark Henry. I was playing as Buddy Murphy, and if there's portions of this commentary where I'm like done with what I have to say, I might do a little bit of a commentary of what's going on in the match as time goes on. But I do just want to get a couple things off my chest about the topic of this commentary. And before I do that, before I really address what's going on, I just want to say that I've been a fan and I've loved WWE games and WWE related games for over 10 years, or nearly 10 years at this point. With SmackDown vs. Raw, starting with SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 on the Wii, which to me, despite the games at the times, lacking of features and universe mode and other things, maybe not as big as a roster as we're accustomed to seeing, no DLC, to me it was still one of the most fun WWE games I ever played, period, bar none. I did not end up buying 2K WWE 12. I don't know why. I never really understood why I never did. It didn't come to fruition. I wonder how good that game was, though. Someone leave that down in the comments section below. And then WWE 13, again, one of the best WWE games I've ever played. Loved everything about it. Loved the Attitude Era story mode. Loved just everything. I loved the roster. I loved the gameplay. It was so much fun. 2K14, to me, remains to be one of the best WWE games ever released, period. 15, I don't know what happened, went straight back to bare bones. Sure, the showcase mode was very enjoyable. Sure, there was a lot of, I guess you can say, new characters added to the game that we hadn't seen in quite some time, but the game just felt so bare bones in what it could have been compared to what WWE 2K14 was. 2K16, again, a great game. Fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Graphics look great. Showcase mode, fantastic. 2K17, lots of things changed. And a lot of mechanics changed. A lot of things changed about the game and how you unlock superstars that I wasn't that much of a fan of. 2K18, a lot of the changes remained the same. Nothing really did change. The UI looked a little bit better. But it was still a solid game. I enjoyed it for what it was when I played it. 2K19, fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Nothing changed all that much from the other two games I mentioned prior, but in the end, I just learned to accept it and enjoyed the game for what it was. And then we come to this game, WWE 2K20. In my honest opinion, one of the worst wrestling games of the modern era of gaming that we are so accustomed and being used to at this point in time. It's terrible. The game looks like trash. The graphics you can tell, are a complete downgrade for what we are accustomed to seeing. I am just disappointed in that. The game looks way too fucking dark. Like, everything around this game is just so dark, and the shadows look so black. There's like no gray area, I guess you can say, of like what can be dark or what goes lighter going into dark. It's just, if it's dark, it's dark. It just looks bad, in my opinion. And then we come to just how the controls are. And I've complained about this on numerous occasions. The controls are the worst I've ever seen in a WWE game. Take what you know about playing WWE games of the past and just shove it straight out the fucking window. That's what 2K did. And I understand that Ukes left the game. I understand that Ukes left the series to do something else. Maybe they're going to make an AEW game. I don't know. I feel like it goes to show just how the negligence 2K as a development company showed towards the WWE games. And it goes to show that they cared nothing more than 2K, like NBA 2K. which is really their bread and butter, for lack of better terms. That is their moneymaker game. They don't care about this. That's why they had Ukes pretty much do everything, or most of the things involving developing this game, most likely. And when Ukes left, they were like, holy shit, we're fucked. And that's exactly what happened. They made a horrible game with a ton of core features just not working at all. In 10 years of me playing WWE games, even on the Wii, mind you, SmackDown vs. Raw 11 and WWE 13 were both purchased and played on the Wii for me. Those games, despite being on the Wii and lesser quality of graphics and possibly gameplay and content, that game still functioned 10 times better at launch than this game ever did. At launch. It's gotten slightly better. It took them 3.5, 4 weeks, maybe a month or so, to actually fix issues in the game, like making an entrance. Like, explain this to me. How in the literal fuck, in a game where everything else before this worked, and all of a sudden, created entrance is glitched for the first month or so of this game's of this game's life cycle? I don't understand. I don't understand, and it's. I love creating shit like entrances, superstars, blah blah blah. Matt Awesome to me is still the greatest created wrestler of all time. That's like not even debatable in my opinion. But despite that, how am I supposed to finish this fucking guy when all I'm doing is sitting in a goddamn loading screen for 45 minutes? I did that one day. It was the most annoying thing I've ever done. I sat in a loading screen for 45 minutes and the game still wouldn't load what I wanted it to load. Not to mention the numerous graphical glitches that are part of this game, which, in my opinion, graphical glitches don't mean shit. If they could fix that shit. And it's not as big as a deal as some people make it out to be, in my honest opinion. I really don't think it's not that big of a deal. They will fix that. As a matter of fact, I find graphical glitches to be hysterical in most cases when all that was being released online. But this game is just incredibly unfun to play. I just don't understand how they fucked it up so much. And again, Ukes left. I understand that they pretty much had to build a system from the ground up. But again, it goes to show just how negligent that 2K was towards the WWE part of their franchise and the WWE part of their branch. It's sad. It really is sad, because as someone, again, that loves these games, this is the last straw for me. I will never purchase another WWE game as long as 2K is fucking part of the development cycle or development team. It really sucks that THQ, who basically made 2K14, again, as I mentioned, out of the 8 or 9 games I've said throughout this commentary, it goes to show that I think THQ made a majority of the game, or developed a majority of the game, if not all of it. And 2K, once they got the license, just slapped their name on it. Again, THQ went out of business, so we can't really go back to them at this point unless someone revives it from the dead. But like, again, one of the greatest wrestling games of all time, especially of the 2K era, 2K14, was made by a completely different development company. I don't know what to say. And again, like, just simple things like controls. The controls are so horrible. And I'll say this, like, some people would say, well, if you're complaining and you hate this game so much, why the fuck did you buy it? I really only bought this game to make YouTube videos out of it. I knew at launch that this game was going to be shit. I have a mutual friend. I know, for some of you who may know the wrestling commentator channel, JD from NY206, who I have mutual friends with, and I game with him from time to time. Really good guy, not as bad as people try to make him out to be. That's a different story for a different time. He the day I was working on the game, like working on everything for EBCW, when I was just got the game, he said to me, he's like, why did you buy this game? And I'm like, basically knowing that the game was already in shambles, I simply answered, because I hate myself. That's basically how I sum up the reasoning behind buying this game. Because I hate myself. because I wanted to bring, and also because I wanted to bring content and enjoyment to the people that choose to come by and watch my videos and may or may not be a fan of EBCW, you know, and what I do with that series on my channel. And I mean, even starting EBCW, not that it's, you know, ruined the fun of WWE games for me. I've actually had more fun doing the series, playing the games, than anything. It's just, for me, it's a lot of fun. I don't know about any of you guys. It's some of the most fun I've had in years doing these games. I wish I had thought of this sooner when I started in 2K16. But that's all I gotta say, man. This game, this is the straw that broke the camel's back. If there's an AEW game, and I'm not trying to make a war conversation in the comments like, oh, AEW versus WWE, you're gonna buy an AEW game over WWE? Well, take this for instance. Ukes is rumored to be developing an AEW game, which I will not purchase unless I know it's a good game. So keep that in mind for the future. But as far as, you know, WWE games, this is it for me, man. I can't purchase these things anymore. They're just, I'm so sick of having good years, a good year, then an off year, a good year, then an off year, or a mediocre year. I can't deal with it. As a consumer and as someone that can't stand what I like to call developer incompetence, this game screams incompetence by 2K and the development team over there. And I can't support that anymore. In this day and age of gaming where all it is most development companies are trying to make a quick buck, or publishers are trying to make a quick buck, it's not something I want to support anymore. So 2K20 is the last WWE game I'll buy. If AEW has a good game, I'll purchase it then. Until then, I'm playing 2K20. I might even revive the 2K19 EBCW series for all I know if I get sick of playing this game. But that's all I got to say, guys. Thank you guys for checking out this commentary, and let me know what you think about this down in the comment section down below. Have a good day. Peace out. And I hope you enjoyed the match in the background. See you guys soon.